never had a shouting debate. Never will. No, we might. We're about to have a harsh disagreement. And what do you say?
I'm gonna say this. He got Ja Rule at the right time.
Got more hit records than 50 Cent. That's
All
how
right.
you doing.
Outstanding.
Great.
Who ordered Popeyes?
We've been on the road all day. We're like, oh, it's a Popeyes.
Let's do it. But you know what's crazy? That's how we tell people to get here.
Yeah.
Look for the Popeyes.
Man, hey, look, I know I've been listening to all his stuff all weekend. So yeah. And you just dropped lines today. I was like, yeah.
Nice
man.
man.
All right. For this Jason, he the one on the studio.
Okay.
Have a seat either way when you want to sit
I'll
down.
go get into it.
Oh yeah, because time is precious to you, brother.
That's cool.
You know you can eat that chicken on the podcast and make it authentic. Pass it around.
Oh, I don't think I'm on, Jay. Oh, 4.
We got
There
shrimp.
we go. I can hear myself.
You just
now.
walked in, but we got it in there. But he was just saying how Ja Rule has made better music than 50 Cent. So
Did Ja Rule make better music than 50 Cent?
pass.
I can say,
Just an opinion.
honestly,
Got more hit records.
it depends on what version of better are we talking about. Are we talking about like more marketable?
He said more hits.
More popular?
Hit records.
More
You
hit
talking
records?
business.
He got a lot.
Go back
that's what
down
I'm
to the
saying.
fan graph.
No, we're talking about just songs, though. I mean, that's preference. You know, if I personally,
We look at Billboard.
we used to
I
look.
think
No,
Jason does not like 50
no,
Cent. He's going
no
with
offense to Ja Rule, but we used to be like, yo, don't he sound like the Cookie Monster?
Yeah, that's what I used to say.
No offense to him because I like Ja Rule. Like I got respect for him, you know. But when 50 came out and did what he did, it was just like
It was the biggest get off my block in hip hop.
it doesn't even matter if Ja Rule had bigger records. Because when somebody can come and bump you off of that and everybody get with that, that's just I don't know. I don't know, man.
I like Ja Rule and Herb's interviews now because they admit the truth and they just.
How about this?
It's over.
How about this? Who can do the bigger show right now, Ja Rule or 50 Cent?
Nobody's listening. No one's listening to either one of them.
I've been to both, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, right now though.
We had the better one.
I'm saying who can
Right now?
Who could do a show right now who would have the most people at their show?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What? I seen 50 Cent. We did a festival.
If he dropped the R&B one, so the J-Lo's and the.
Yeah.
Like if you did a
Ashantis.
show with like actual hit records that be on the radio, like how many gangster songs 50 go play?
No,
in
50
the club, like how many? Like literally,
50
you can't give me
What's
five.
up? I can, because you know I DJ, but I can. Magic Stick in the club, amusement park.
I don't know.
Questions?
Have a baby by me.
Amusement was kind
Have
of.
a
Okay, well, baby by me.
21.
But when Neo.
Man, last hit record 50 had was 2008.
Which one?
I
was
Get
that?
Money?
I give. I was saying I get money.
Nasty.
I get money. You know what I'm saying? That's five right there.
Clapback was whack, Jay.
Technically, he had a.
Clapback was kind of hard.
I didn't like John to that record.
Clapback was kind of hard.
I wasn't even a fan, but like he had a 5-year run.
Yeah.
Jump ship freeze, where we at?
Oh man, episode
I was just
33.
I was looking at the Tito's.
Oh, man, shame on me. I'm sorry.
I normally don't drink vodka, but I'll take a shot.
Usually I don't do this.
Keep the party going.
I'm serious. The first time I ever got drunk was on vodka. That's the first time I ever got sick.
You want to touch on ice?
Yeah.
There you go.
I usually go straight. It's
Oh, you doing the freeze model.
Yeah.
Y'all tap the
We already said
Right,
grace.
great.
Y'all
Well, you can do it again, say grace.
Say great. Like, Lord, thank you for the
Oh man!
All right.
I knew this was gonna
I
be
love
a
it,
good
I love
interview.
it, I love it.
Oh man. Oh man. Y'all don't know what y'all in for.
I
Man.
mean,
Y'all
give
just
it
shut
to-
up.
No, I listened to your album, man. I listened to the album. I listened to. I said it's free today. Free
The
came
free
out
is
today.
out today.
Listen
Yep.
to whose album?
His album.
Wow.
Oh, Ron Gilmore Jr.
At the show, I do
I'm
it.
sorry.
I do this funny shit. I'll be like, say my fucking name.
yes.
Ron Gilmore Jr. every
Yes.
show.
Where we
Yes.
at? June,
Dang,
shit, when you didn't work today, you forget the date.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Today's the
June 10th.
Today's the 10th.
June 10th.
61019, June 10th, 2019,
Mhm.
episode
33.
33?
Yes, sir. 33.
We're getting there.
We
Wow.
can ring numbers now.
Wow. I mean, I got to come back on episode 133.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
You got to put
Hopefully
it in
we
the
got
show.
enough money to give out free shit on that.
Man, all I got to say is In the house tonight, we got Ron Gilmore Jr. If y'all haven't heard this brother's album or his new stuff coming out, I implore you to listen to it.
Ron Gilmore.
Man.
What is that? Interscope Records, correct?
Nah. Okay.
I want to hear this.
Well, okay. So I'm signed as producer to Dreamville, but as far as an artist, I'm independent.
Yes. I was saying Ron Gilmore
I'm
Jr.
I'm glad to correct me.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yes,
A lot of people think I be signed and shit. I'm just like, no, I'm independent. So
Yeah.
you gotta buy my shit for real.
Yes.
We actually cut the album off before you walked in.
Yeah.
Because it was like one of them, it was good music, but wasn't no women in it. It was one of them songs.
Yeah. I feel you.
That's some good music, man.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Very
good. That's
good.
it's R&B is like, I ain't gonna say it's drowned. There's a lot of good R&B out there, especially from Europe. But that's dope, man. Neo always wins. Should I call it Neo or?
I don't know. I think you call it whatever you want to
We
call
give
it.
everything a Neo title, don't we?
Yeah, you do. Cause like I always be calling stuff neo soul when it had that vibe to it. Like it got that soulful vibe to it. I didn't mean like I ever want to be disrespect nobody in music because I love music,
Nah.
but it just get that vibe. Like man, like I told my wife, I said, listen to this.
Well,
Listen
I-
to Car Bang You this weekend. She's
Yeah.
like, this is really good. I said, you think I'm gonna tell you something that's not?
I think
20 years.
as an artist, it's like I let people say what they call it, whatever it is they want to call it.
Yeah.
I don't try to say this is something because then it's gonna box me in.
Gotcha.
And as a producer, musician type of artist, I can do anything I want to do.
Yeah.
And I never want to be boxed in, but people
We'll
will
put
do
you
that,
in
and I
box.
like that. Whatever speaks to you, or
That's
whatever
it.
is good for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, call it whatever you want to call it.
Just play it.
But music is cyclical, though. Like,
True.
R&B goes through cycles. If you ever look at R&B, it goes through the cycle of just like, it's really good, and then pitfalls, and it's really good, and it's pitfalls, and it's really
True.
good. People that's not like, I'm still relatively young. I'm like 34, but people that was really around in the 80s and 70s, they probably can attest to that shit. Like a whole lot of one-hit wonders. You got like Michael Jackson, and then like that's pop, but that's set off a whole, like a whole
Yeah.
time period of shit that. Music that we all get. My bad.
Yeah.
So that's what to me is like we just going through pitfalls, and I think we went through kind of a pitfall, and I think now though it's a reemergence because there's people that can sing, there's artists out here that can really do it, and that sound good, they have good production, and are writing about things that are going on in their lives, and I mean that's like important, that's what it's really all about, right? So I think it's just like it's an emergence. The thing is that with like even trap music, I say that about trap too. Trap isn't new. Like trap is old. I used to look like if you listen to Mr. I'm from Nashville. You listen to shit like Mr. Big and all that.
Yes.
Shit, all 8-Ball MJG records.
Yes.
All that old shit. To us, that was a trap. It's the same 808s and
Yep.
even 3-6 Mafia. Like,
Hell
You
yeah.
was pretty much up on Young Buck when he was a Young Buck.
when he was Young Buck, yes, I was up on Young Buck when he was Young Buck.
Cause he about the only one from Nashville that's.
Yeah, well,
No,
my generation.
Yeah, I would say also was Kingpin, Skinny Pimp. You know what I'm
King
saying?
Pimp,
Yeah.
that's
I was
a
cool
Memphis
down
thing.
south, so
That's
I was
what
down
I about that.
It's people that come out of Nashville. It's a lot of rappers come out of Nashville, and a lot of talent in Nashville. But the thing about it, if you think about it, is the country music. I mean, music in Nashville. Period. I don't want to do no promotion for these niggas if they not paying you.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Don't worry about it. I just want you on the corner, man. Rock the bells for you. Just red beans and rice.
But no, Nashville, 3/4 of the economy was made up by music at one point, and it's all one genre of music that comes out of there. So musicians moved to Nashville from all over the world because it's at the time, and I mean even still now, if you look at it in relation to other places, it doesn't cost a lot to live there, and you can
True.
make a living being a musician. You can do country sessions and make a living. It was a time in Nashville, and it still kind of is, where you can go and really be a career musician. So that is what adds to the, to the musical background of Nashville. Nashville, not Memphis, but like
Nashville.
Nashville.
Never been to Memphis, Nashville, or Tennessee.
Yeah, wow.
You got that going, man.
I don't believe
You got to.
Yeah, but-
Nashville beautiful.
Yeah, and the music history is really rich. The thing is that the other side of it, the music that we all do, you know, in the black community, the African American community, that music doesn't get highlighted. It doesn't get to reach out and get out of Nashville. You know, that's why people have to move or go other places.
You have to.
But that's, you know, that's kind of been the story of Nashville. But then you get a cat like me that comes along, and I'm like old school and I'm new school. I'm fresh with the shit. You know, I'm a musician, but also a producer. You know, and I'm finding my voice being an artist. So it's like, man, now we have like somebody that can really bridge the gap. And not to say that I'm the best artist to ever come out of Tennessee or Nashville, but just to say I can bridge the gap between all of these things, and hopefully with the help of the scene from Nashville, get us to like a higher place. You know, get us to where we can get more recognition and then create more opportunities. You know.
Yes.
So, where did Little Ron come from?
Little Ron came from. Okay, if you look at the picture of my album cover, The Maturation of Little Ron, I'm sitting on there looking really mad. Like,
Yeah, you are.
Pissed, right? That's a true story. I was really pissed, and I remember why I was pissed. But I think one day one of my homies I was hanging out with, and she was like, "Oh, look at Little Ron." I was just like, I was like, "That's perfect." And even that series like of albums, the Little Ron series, is all about like the maturation of Little Ron, and I just wanted to show growth from the perspective of looking at a little kid grow up. And you know, that's all it is. This little mad kid, like, what is he mad about?
Man,
you know,
Because I usually people get called little. It's either their daddy had the same name, or their ex was mad at them.
Already.
My ex ain't mad at me. Hello. What is this film?
Really, that's what we read. But now I'm starting to ever laugh.
But something fantastic.
I will say this: my father's name is Ron, but they don't call me Little Ron though.
Okay.
You produced the whole album?
Yeah, except for one track. My homeboy Smoke Lucas, John Lucas did, but I did the whole thing though. Yeah.
Man.
John Lucas. You said who?
John Lucas, not Joyner.
No, I thought you meant related to the basketball player. John Lucas.
No.
Okay. Yeah, but that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Nah.
Yeah.
But man, the first thing about that, the maturation of Lil Ron, you didn't sing on it though, did you?
I sung one song.
One song. That's all I'm like. If he's on here, it's gotta be one song. But you had a whole bunch. It was like a Dre album. What I mean by that is like your Chronic.
Feature.
Chronic, like even though your Chronic was Dre, it really was Snoop's album. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like your album, you featured everyone else, but the musician, the production on it was on point. I did all the production, like you said, except for one for Smoke. Yeah. Which one did Smoke do?
There's one called Don't You Know.
Oh, okay.
Feature artist name.
A lot of features. That's pretty. That's
Mario Dion.
I love albums like that. That's like Robert Glasper route. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, he really inspired me to do that.
Oh,
really,
yeah?
really, even before him though, is Roy Hargrove.
Oh yeah.
I came up in a time. Maybe a little bit before Robert Glasper was Robert Glasper, like as we all know him today.
Yeah.
But to me, Roy Hargrove was the first in the RH Factor. That was the first album that I heard, and I was like, wow, this is a musician. He's a session musician. He can play, but he also has like other people on the record. That was dope. That was the one that really.
It was really the great Quincy Jones. We just let.
It was really Quincy. I'm saying, and in my generation, in my era, because when Quincy was doing that, like with the hip hop records, I was too young to really be hip.
Talking about Back on the Block?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I
won a Grammy for that.
Yeah, he did, and I was too young to be hip to like Big Daddy Kane and all that stuff. I heard about that like later, you know what I'm saying? Like later on, but even coming up, I just wasn't old enough to be hip.
Do you do your homework?
As far as what?
Music, like history.
Yeah.
Music history? I do it more so now that I'm an adult.
What I mean by homework, I'm not talking. I mean, like, do you go back and are you a music junkie? Do you play the old, some Marvin, some?
Yeah, I know. Well, you got to keep in mind, I'm a musician first. So, as being a keyboard player, I used to go play gigs. And when I was young, like I would do top 40 gigs, and it'd be like old school. So my musical knowledge, as far as the old school goes, I got a pretty good wealth of knowledge. As far as it just depends on what we're talking about. Are we talking about Marvin Gaye? Are we talking about like "Here, My Dear" or "What's Going On"?
Well, you said "Here, My Dear." I'll leave you alone.
Right.
Like,
Because no one mentioned that one.
Yeah, "Here, My Dear." Like I'm a big Marvin. I got a Marvin verse tattooed on my arm.
Oh, that's dope.
And I grew up with Stevie Wonder.
What's your verse on there?
From God Is Love.
Okay.
Don't go and talk about my father. God is my friend. Jesus is my friend.
It's the baddest.
Yeah.
He the baddest soul brother God ever made.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
In my book.
It was a lot of them though, but that's kind of what I really love. You know, Stevie
Yeah.
Wonder. I'm a huge Stevie Wonder fan.
Yes, it did.
Huge Stevie Wonder. I grew up. It was between him and Stevie Wonder, and then my mom was listening to like Luther and Babyface.
Okay.
But check it. My brother though gave me my first tape, and it was NWA. It
Oh,
was straight out of Compton. And this, bro, I was like 6 years old. I had to have been 6 years old.
Yeah.
He gave me that tape. I used to bump that shit. And then right after that, CDs came out, and my first CD was Kwame.
Oh yeah, Kwame.
You would know about Kwame.
I'm just saying.
The genius, the boy genius.
I'm just saying, like, these are some of my early influences. So I had
Polka dot.
It was really kind of like a communal thing because I would be with my mom and she would be listening to what she did, and I would be with my brother and he would listen to what he did, and with my friends it was a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Cup.
more.
Oh, you
More, yeah,
okay.
another cup.
Oh, yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, another cup. So you know, as far as doing my homework, I just grew up with the shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
That's beautiful, man. That's a beautiful thing.
What's the features on it? Because the single released today.
Yeah, the second single released today, which is free.
I bumped the
First one talking.
maturation yesterday, and that's
Yeah. It's, you know what? It was my first effort as a producer, like to do my own thing and write all the songs. I wanted to just, me personally, that album, I just really wanted to get into the writing. That
Okay.
was my first time ever really trying to write an album. And I wrote every song, except for that one that
Just
Smoke
most
produced.
yeah.
I wrote every song on that album. And that's really what my goal and purpose was in doing that. To show how I can, you know, I mean, to highlight myself as a producer, obviously, but to also be like, yo, like, listen to the words of the shit, you know.
Are you in my shit only mode as far as producer, or do you take up music?
No, I mean, nah. Honestly, I'm not even like that. I'm more so like, I'm for sale. Like, anybody.
Well, you sitting in between two producers.
yeah.
I was selling them niggas right quick.
Oh yeah, no. I feel like it's whatever, cause it's music, man. It's just music. We ain't talking about like brain surgery.
Right.
We're talking about fucking music, bro. So
Yeah.
collaborations and all that weird, all that shit that's normally very weird in music. I am not like that, cause I
What's
just
wrong with weird?
I'm not talking about as far as sound. As far as like me being a person that only wants to work on my beats.
Oh, stubborn BS. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Nah, I
Yeah,
got you.
because it's like, bro, well, you know, I'm a student of music.
There you go.
And even on the spiritual level, like whatever that energy is, it like flows through me. So I have to yield to that energy. So it's like
Give me some.
whoever I come in contact with or whoever I meet, I feel like I'm supposed to meet them.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we work, we do. If we don't,
No,
I'm
I'm
still
wrong.
supposed to meet them. You know. So
That's good.
yeah, man.
I love that.
I think it's just time for something new in the industry, and I think that will bring back more of the things that we all love, being older people and looking at the music industry as it. Because I know how it is. I really understand. Cause I came from that. I grew up with older music, and so when I listen to this shit, one part of me is like, man, I don't like anything. I don't like anything that I hear. It's very hard. But another part of me that, like I said, that grew up with it, that came up with hip hop and all this shit.
When you say you don't like anything, what was you?
That is a reference into like the musician side of me.
Okay.
That comes from the Stevie and the Marvin. Oh, your phone going on.
Your phone was going off.
Your
Yeah.
phone.
It declined, folks. But yeah.
I'm on the podcast.
He's doing the podcast right now.
Right.
Okay. I'm supposed to block it.
Right.
I usually do not disturb, but I did
Okay.
this time.
Okay.
Who's your dream artist to work with? Flat out. Real quick. Boom.
Besides Stevie, because Stevie is his favorite. I
It
know
might
he's
happen.
another-
Stevie works with everybody.
Oh, yeah,
Even
Stevie, yeah.
Stevie don't hate.
No, Stevie
Honestly,
don't get it
I
done.
would
Stevie
honestly.
performed at Nipsey Hussle funeral.
I know.
Yeah, I would honestly really love to work with Stevie Wonder. I really would love to. Dang, y'all said it.
Yeah.
You spoke it into existence.
You know, I wish it would, you know, people like, man, like Stevie Wonder or like Brandy and Monica.
Oh,
Like the old,
wow.
I really love like that kind of R&B.
You like that, the mid-90s.
Yeah, I really
Had a chance with Brandy.
You know,
Freeze almost.
Yeah.
but yeah, but someone like that, man, like a Bill Withers, just someone that like
Yeah.
that's just like legendary and iconic, man. Even someone like Stevie Nicks, bro.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like,
Oh yeah,
It's
man.
We Are the World.
Yeah, true. That's my girl, Fleetwood Mac.
Dreams,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Hey,
Dreams
man.
and did what's my name? Players only love
Yeah.
you when they
Hey,
play.
she had a
That's a joint.
she had a big impact on Jimmy Iovine.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah,
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say a big impact. Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, just say it just like that.
The Flying Ones is a classic.
But
It's a classic.
yeah, it really is. That
Yeah.
really inspired me a lot too. But
Yeah.
I really want to work in that capacity with people like that. As far as the younger generation, I honestly would love to work with anyone who's really trying to do music justice and not just trying to be out here and look like they're doing it justice or get off on the hype. Because I care about the music first. It's first and foremost, you know.
Mhm.
Anything else is just anything else, you know.
I'm sick of beat it up R&B. I'm so sick of that shit.
Man, no one-
I don't listen
yeah.
to that mess, man.
What you mean beat it up R&B? What,
You know-
what do you mean by that?
Okay, I'm about to
Like
say, my
go for
interpretation
it.
is
All
his.
right.
Like, I think what he said is, you know, back in the day, you know,
Uh-huh.
you'd have to finesse a woman to get out the panties.
Ah.
Now it's like, give me some pussy. You know this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Give me this. Give me that. Give me that.
Beat it up,
Yeah,
beat
beat
it
it
up,
up. Beat it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yeah.
beat it up.
Wash
Beat it up.
machine.
That's right. You know what right. I invented sex. I'm like, dude, it's like, okay,
Do
yeah.
you all think that's reflective of society as far as just our culture?
No, it's really what they know.
I
They
think-
speak. They being
yeah.
experts in their experience.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They really are.
I just, you know, in a way is, yeah, it is part of society, but it's also like, artistry behind it is gone though. It's like, you know, like one of the thing about the music back then, Marvin Gaye on Let's Get It On, yeah, he talking about let's have sex, but the way he said it was poetic and it was sweet, but you can say it in front of their parents and they
Well,
know.
he
you know
was.
what
Well,
I'm saying?
he said it was about let's have the sex. You're right.
mhm.
But at the beginning, he said, "I've been really trying."
Yeah, right.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real with y'all though.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's just all generational and it's all like based on public experience. Because if you think about it, those kids that were listening to Marvin Gaye when Marvin Gaye was coming up, their parents was telling them don't listen to this.
True.
All those homies that are singing about all the like. Minnie Riperton did Come Inside My Love.
Oh,
Hell,
yeah.
We were just listening to Marvin Gaye. I wanna be where you are. And
yes.
they got a woman in the back.
Hey, I want to be where you
Yeah,
are.
right, show this.
They got a woman in the back.
Let me tell you,
bro,
man.
their parents was not letting them listen
Let me
to
tell
that.
you, I want to be where you are. That's on I Want You album.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And let me go ahead and put this on the floor.
Okay.
Eat while I talk.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. You can t-
Leon Ware had the sexiest ink pen in R&B history.
Yeah.
And listen.
From Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
Him and Marvin Gaye sat down and wrote the I Want You album. And that was the sexiest ink pen I ever heard in my life. That's the baddest motherfucking ink pen I ever.
I'm only gonna do.
Got it.
Look, I'm only gonna say who my favorite is. You know what my favorite is? Barry White.
But I'm talking about that album.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I
my
agree with
greatest
that. I agree with
that
that. I agree
album.
with
God
that.
rest his
I agree.
beautiful soul, because he recently.
Leon Ware?
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
passed
yeah,
like
yeah.
2 or 3 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit, Michigan, man.
Yeah,
That was-
album was a sexy ass album, hands down.
Who?
Hands down. That album was a sexy ass album, hands
What?
down.
Oh, with the Good Times background.
Yeah. What's my man who did it? What's the painting?
Ernie Barnes.
Ernie Barnes.
Ernie Barnes. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
that was just that, and I want to get to know you.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And that album was just.
And we were riding up here like, man, like, because you know, every time I open the show, I open up and I do like someone's song that's from Detroit or significant, or not Detroit,
From
but
the
someone
city.
that's
Very
that's
clever.
shit.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, like it's so many people.
Yes.
in this show.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, black culture is really connected musically to Detroit.
No, yeah.
Because
Don't get me started.
A lot of people come out here. As far as beat it up music, like to me, it's just evolving. I love it. To me, that shit just evolving, and it's and now we're in a new era where people express themselves a certain way. It's to me sometimes I feel like it's indicative of the culture, like, but I feel like at the same time it's not. That's just what is pushed. Just like always, what has been pushed is not necessarily what we want to do.
True.
It's
True.
You have record labels.
Yep.
You have people that have
Yes.
agendas that
Yes.
want to sell us a thing, and they've been selling us this same thing. It's just evolving, just like slavery in and of itself. It didn't end.
Rock
It
it.
just evolved.
Yes. Hit that bell, man.
You
Hit that.
understand what I'm saying? So these
yes.
guys singing about Beat It Up is kind of the same as Marvin Gaye singing about Let's Get It On.
No.
If you look at it, but I mean, but to get at you, I understand. Like I said, as a musician, I understand both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? It's my nature too, because as a musician, growing up with Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder and all these great influences, I listen to this shit. That's why I said, on one side of me doesn't like anything. Because it's
I'm an
just
artist.
all, I'm a real artist, and I really grew up with that shit, and I got a lot of respect for it. So when I hear and it's not simplicity, it's really, because simplicity can be beautiful.
True.
But when I hear the lack of work and
Yes,
thought
that's
that
it.
goes into the music,
That's where I'm
that's
taking
the thing that I don't
That's where
like.
I'm taking it.
And people want that. People want to be able to relate.
Yes.
And that's why people do more simple music. That's more catchy, and the lyrics are more simple, because we don't believe as artists that everybody can relate to our deep, more introspective selves. And much more less than that, you have record labels who definitely don't believe in that shit. They believe that we want to sell you a thing, and the thing that sells in the black community is sex, drugs, and trauma. If you got trauma, you selling something. If you got, that's why I gotta fuck your girl in order for me to do something. That's why something gotta happen. That's why it gotta be cause and effect. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you took it there. Thank you.
And so that's what I'm saying. It's more than just the music. I don't look at it like down on it, because a part of me loves that shit.
Right.
The part of me, the kid that my brother gave the motherfucking NWA tape to, he loves that shit.
Yeah,
I love it.
Beat It Up music is like, it's kind of like Rat and B.
It's not. We call it Ratchet B.
Ratchet B.
Because I'm not.
genre. I called it for that's a new genre. It's
Yeah,
called
Ratchet
Ratchet
B.
B.
Ratchet B. But see, I'm not dissing the sex part. I love the sex part. Sex has been in music for years.
Yes.
I'm saying, because people say, man, I remember we heard finessing in music.
Yeah.
Hold on. First of all, I can relate to Beat It Up music, because we got 4 grown men in this room right now, and we all have had plenty of moments where we did not have to finesse to get the pussy.
No, you're right.
Yeah, it was very easy.
Yes, and it was a beat 'em up moment.
Yeah, it was beat 'em up. Yeah.
Show up.
I had to show up,
Just
right.
show up.
And bam,
Hello.
it's
I'm
going
here.
down.
Show and go.
What you doing? What we doing?
What we doing, right?
And then you leave.
Like that, like
The
that
shake and
meme,
bake.
like that meme that came on the TV. If a girl have on this, like she had a halter top, she had the little flip flops on, and had the little boy shorts, whatever. You knew it was going down. It was no question that you were going to pound. You know?
That's
Yeah,
it.
And so, I can relate, man, but I can definitely understand, though, the sentiment, though. And like I said, what goes along with that, I really can. And I can appreciate both sides of that, argument, Has music, lost something and being authentic?
All arts have lost something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the number one thing to me, that people, is capitalism. That's why when I did The Maturation, right after we put that album out, I wrote my next album, The Talking and all that. We literally recorded it that same winter.
Wow.
2016.
Okay.
And so
It doesn't sound like that either.
it was right after I read, when I was writing it, I was reading Malcolm X. And so, that really opened me up.
Alex Haley.
Yeah, and it's shit about that too. But to see what kind of man he was, and to see him be so steadfast in his message, and really not like, and his message evolved. He was open enough to allow his message to evolve.
Yes.
Detroit Red.
And right, exactly. into something that was better. And I was reading that while I was writing the album, and the whole album is basically like, yo, we black, and money is a thing that I understand that we need, and I get both sides of it, why we need to have it, but at the same time, that capitalism and that love for it and that greed then seeped into every
Everything.
facet of our culture and society. Not just as blacks. Blacks, we was brought here to make money. That's we the help. But when you talk about every facet of society, the water you drink, the food you eat, the phones, everything, capitalism has crept into it. And why would the arts be any less subjected to that?
Facts.
Arts,
Man.
all arts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope this comes out right, but because I know you're already somewhere. But you got some miles ahead of you, man.
Yeah.
You going a lot of places.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Man.
Keep us
Yeah.
on will call, and we're gonna let
when it's ready to go.
Because I'm glad you brought up that Malcolm
You
X
going to
thing
show
because-
Breeze?
Yeah, I'm going tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If my buddy say something, I'm not there.
We got you.
Oh, okay.
But I was saying is because when I listen to talking, and I was like, dog, that message that people will overlook the message of the song talking because it's such a nice beat, it's such a cool groove. But you know, everyone's talking. You talking about bitches, you talking about riches, you talking. I was like, dog, this is like. It reminded me, and I'm not trying to. Okay, I'm not equating it to what's going on, but it's on that level of what's going on. Because you were talking about what's going on in this city, like what's going on currently, and talking about
That's cool. You did
yeah,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
You
It was
comparing
dope.
the art, not the
Yeah,
individual.
Right.
Yeah,
that was cold. I was like, man. And that song, I was like, okay, what else he got? That's what I'm like, oh. Then I listened to Maturation.
Yeah.
And then Free Today. That was just dope. And that's what, when you broke it down, I was like, that makes sense because your message is what's going to separate you from anyone else out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Personal,
you already musically talented in the mugs. I listen to all that. I'm like, God dang. Okay, he did this. All right.
Yeah. I did a lot of shit.
Yeah.
On the personal level,
Yeah.
wife, kids, single,
Single. I'm single right now.
children.
No children.
Good job. Good job.
I want it honestly.
lies.
Honestly, the way that I look at family and marriage and all that stuff, I don't know if our culture is supposed to subscribe to that. So I'm waiting for a shift. The shift that's happening right now, it's just hurting for us. But the shift that's happening right now, in the future, hopefully I'll be able to get what I want. As far as, as far as family.
Well, you know what? Men who take a long time for love, they waiting to see if she's sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what nobody says. We're waiting to see if you sure.
Yeah.
Men who take a long time.
I'm waiting to see if women as a whole in their culture are sure.
You only need
And I'm
one.
ready for that. I'm just saying.
Well, so, you single, you don't need one.
I was saying,
You on tour.
man, we Africans, man, we supposed to be able to have as many women as we can afford.
I didn't say that, y'all.
I said it.
That's
I
once
said
again,
it.
that's phrase. I
You know
didn't
what?
say that.
I think that could
agree.
that could be possible given.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll if you just think about capitalism creeping into everything, bro, it's
Like
even
creeping
in marriage, the institution
yeah,
that we call marriage, and
Yes.
how it came about, and why we do the things that we do is
Yes.
all money.
Yes.
It's all money.
Tell me the feeling of the tour, though. Tell me the feeling of performing and
I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro.
Packed
I'm gonna be
houses.
real with y'all. I'm a keyboard player, bro. So
Okay.
when it comes to singing and all that shit, bro, I got some ways to go, but check it though. Nigga, I'm getting so much better every night. And
Ooh,
for
you
me,
said better.
Yeah, I love that,
Scare
yes.
me.
for me, seeing people who on the tour like Michaela Janae and Baby Rose and Ari. So
Yeah.
I produce for Ari.
Yeah,
so
that's what we
I
talked
already-
about earlier, yep.
I already know how cold Ari is,
Yeah.
and just to even be in that number gives me the confidence. Like, okay, I'm supposed to be here, right?
Yes.
But then it's like, okay, now for me it's a whole new frontier. Cause I've been a keyboard player, producer. I ain't never had to really. I did a tour before with Boss, but
Okay.
stepping out
Sweet.
yeah. So stepping out like this though, in this arena seems way more bigger, and it seems like it's way more on the line. And it's
Yeah.
all because of the music that I'm doing and presenting that to my people. Like this tour, and it's everything that black people want. It's really black. It's really for black people.
Ron,
And-
what you been overseas?
Yeah.
How's what favorite part?
For my soul is Africa.
Okay.
Like, for my soul.
Can I tell you something? And I don't care what anybody says, because I'm a music junkie. Europe is got a lot of badass artists, dude.
Yeah.
They got some soul over there. They got it from us,
Yeah.
Of course.
which don't matter. But yeah, they got some.
But you know what they have that we don't have is a real deep appreciation for real.
Facts.
It's no pride.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's no,
That's
I'm
why-
on this jock. It's no, I'm grouping.
Yeah.
It's we love you.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
why their music, their soul music, and their R&B scene is able to flourish over there, heavy, and even reach over here. You know, because they had a culture and a society that doesn't shun them from doing it. It says, we're open to whatever it is. It's a
Yes.
culture of Europeans who really don't really make.
I went to the Penthouse in. You been to London?
Yeah.
You been to the Penthouse, the
Yeah.
4-4 Club downtown?
Yes.
Mm.
I said, dude, if I close my eyes, I was in New York City, dude. Yeah, having a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DJ was jamming us.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I see why they eating in America, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the money coming from. Yeah.
Yeah.
They love us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In other
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
I mean,
Paris too.
I know people
Yeah.
who went over there just to get their money up to come back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of
People that so-called played over here
Mhm.
is eating like crazy over there.
what?
hands down.
Yeah.
And old school hip hop too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
like the backpack unit, like the
Mhm.
slums and the commons, and not
Yeah.
commons.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like that lane.
Yeah.
Man, they can go over there and sell out tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
I
right.
think I saw a fucking thing in Copenhagen for De La Soul. I was like, De La Soul's in Copenhagen?
And so it probably
Dude,
sold
that's-
out.
that's normal.
I bet they was sold out.
That's normal. But you know what? I used to think like that till I start saying, well, damn. Coldplay come over here.
Yeah.
The Beatles came over here, and I ain't
Oh, yeah.
comparing the artists,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm like, look at all those European bands from over. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Jungle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
I
yeah.
listen to, I tell my artists, man, all artists coming up, if you can, and if you really like not feeling America or whatever, go to Africa.
That's true.
Mm, yeah.
Go to Africa and really start to go and do music over there, and
In the rock.
they will love you like no
Wow.
other. Like it's people that chime in from Africa
Mhm.
on the Dreamville. They're so positive. They love everything. Like Boss, and it's
Mhm.
like he can't walk through the streets. And-
Wow, for real?
Yeah, like
Man, I like you, but that's like I'm just thinking like he could walk down Detroit right now and people will be like, oh, who is
Thank
that? You know what I'm
God for
saying?
the internet, because if it wasn't for the internet
boy,
and books,
boy.
people would think Africa looks like roots.
Yeah.
It's some Africa that
But-
look like
but you know-
Greenfield.
But yeah, but you know what? But you know what it is though? It's because it's also media driven too. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying
they
this
don't want to show
Africa
us.
is not all jungle.
No, I'm just saying it's
Streets,
media.
malls, and oceans.
Right, what I'm saying is media
I
driven
think
that they don't want to deceive that.
anyone that's willing to believe something like that in this day and age
It's dumb as
is
hell.
just not even dumb. You just really half-assing your own culture. You just really half-assing
Right.
like yourself. How can you believe such a thing? You know, coming from one of the most civilized nations.
Right.
That's
The
what
cradle
we
of
get.
civilization.
That's what we get everything.
But you know what's
Yep.
funny?
Mhm.
That people forget? There's no country called Africa.
Right.
It's
It is
not.
a
It's a
continent.
Yeah.
A continent comprised
Dude,
of many countries.
I'd be like, dude, there's no country called Africa.
Yeah.
Right.
You go to
I
go to Egypt and be in Africa.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm
Go to
speaking
Madagascar,
on Africa,
go
to
yeah.
Ghana,
Africa as a
Nigeria,
whole, like,
yeah.
everything literally comes from Africa, from
Mhm.
every place in Africa.
Facts.
Everything that we know today.
Africa is the ghostwriter for America.
Africa to go around for the world,
Yeah.
right? For the world,
For the world.
shoot.
For the
Yes,
world.
indeed.
Man. I mean, but you know that we've been here a long time though.
Yeah.
Before, like, if you just really look at it, white people and Europeans, they've been running shit for about 800 years.
Mhm.
The world has been in existence for a really long
Hey,
time.
Jason, you're missing out.
Who you think was running all this shit? Like,
Exactly.
Where we even get the Italian, French,
Mhm,
where we get all the
mhm.
languages from, love languages,
Mhm.
we get those from Africans.
Yep.
All that technology in Kemet or
Mhm.
Egypt, you know, we
Mhm.
talk about it, we get that from the Dogon.
Yep.
And that was
Yep.
way before. So
Mhm.
it was definitely like, and the Dogon is a tribe in Africa that apparently they knew about the stars,
Yep.
they knew about planets,
Yep.
they knew about all this shit
Mhm.
that we're just
Now
now
figuring
getting
out.
to
I
know
could,
about.
Yep.
I could live my whole life being African, but I want my lasagna, spaghetti, and
They got that there.
Mhm.
No, we didn't touch that. I already know that.
No,
That
we
was
got
there.
that.
I
there.
let them have that.
No, what I'm saying, I said you can get that there though. You know what I'm
In
saying?
Africa?
Yeah.
Pizza is terrible in Rome.
Oh, you told me that.
It is the worst.
That, yeah, he
Oh,
told me.
pizza is awful
they
in
don't do
Rome.
it like
They're like donuts.
Yeah.
They just sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no let me get. Yeah, meat lovers. No.
Just take what you
Oh no.
Yeah, we Americanized. He
Pizza
made it
is
better.
Americanized, yeah. Pizza is awful in
Capitalism
Rome.
has crept into the
Man, I gotta admit, dog, it was refreshing hearing your views and everything, man. Like I listened to your album and like I said, listen to everything. I'm like, dude got some knowledge up here and he doing his
Oh,
thing,
man.
man.
I
He
didn't
really
meet your
good.
brother.
Yeah, he
This
really
is my business
Same
partner,
dream.
same dream.
I doing that.
Oh, we were on the thread.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you did.
Very smart.
Yes, it did. Yes, it
I mean,
did.
I'm not gonna say why, but it's very smart.
Is that a TMI?
No.
She's nice.
Oh, man.
She drinks, so she's my friend.
Right.
She's the nicest.
Yes, it did.
Julie J. Hill.
Yes, it did.
Huh?
Detroit. He's a Detroit artist.
That's my
How you
Jay
doing?
Hill was
Yeah.
good, bro.
Nice to meet
Chilling.
you.
Jay Hill
Swiss Army
back in
knife.
the joint.
Photographer.
I'm shooting a video.
Yeah.
Shooting movies,
Oh.
writing
He
movies.
just does everything.
Yeah,
I
I
Swiss
saw him
Army
on the
knife.
camera. I was just like, oh, he just.
Yeah, yes, it
doing
did.
Yeah.
So what's hood with Detroit? Like,
Okay.
what's going on right now? Cause I'm
Gentrification.
okay.
Oh, please finish your question.
No. It's cool.
Freeze,
It's cool.
Freeze was right.
Because I'm gonna be real with y'all. We've been going to all these cities, and I've been doing this. I've been touring for a long time.
Okay.
A really long time. I mean, we started touring back in 2010
Okay.
with J. Cole. I mean, really with Lauryn Hill. That was my
Oh,
first
okay.
tour.
Sweet.
And then after
She was
that-
late on the time.
Yeah.
Not back then. Not when
Hey, he said he's late.
we went to see Lauryn Hill and we saw Lauryn Hill in Pine, the old Pine Knob.
Oh,
She
yeah.
could've been on time.
Yeah, but I saw her with the Fugees where you're performing tonight.
Yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel. It is the
He
second.
said that too.
It is the most. It might be the most crowded I ever seen that place. Between that and D12 record release party.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh,
very
that was
first
crazy.
party.
Yeah, that
You
was
know where
crazy.
you performing the night is where Eminem got started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you see 8 Mile?
Yeah.
That's where
that's-
you're performing
that's
tonight.
St. Andrews.
Was
That's
where
it.
he choked at and where he won at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where you perform.
Yeah.
It's historical.
Yes,
Rock
it
the
did.
bell.
Yes, it did.
Oh,
Hit the
okay.
bell, remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
You didn't, but honestly, you didn't know that.
I did not know.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
Honestly, it's in the shelter, but you know, the first time I was like,
well, that's downstairs.
It's downstairs.
It's downstairs.
Oh.
That
But
down
it's
is
the
the
same
main,
thing.
the
It's
main,
upstairs.
yeah.
That
That's
is
what I'm
actually
saying,
where
yeah.
the downstairs is where the freestyles used to be.
Yep.
wow.
And upstairs would be the party and stuff. Like on Friday
Upstairs,
night,
yeah.
people, it would be a DJ up there scratching, and then downstairs is everybody be rapping, battle rapping to each other.
That's fun.
And on
That's
the
how you
top
do it, yes.
floor, it was the freestyle battle.
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking legendary.
Yes,
I gotta
yes.
see that shit.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, man. I love. You know what? The thing is, I'm just going around all these cities, man.
Make sure you sign the bathroom wall.
Oh yeah, you got to
Sign
take a
the-
marker.
Sign the
Yeah.
bathroom wall.
You'll see. It's like
When you go to St. Andrews, you'll see it.
Okay.
The
Take a marker.
bathroom stinks.
Okay.
Sign the wall.
Okay.
Facts.
Our name on it.
Upstairs?
Huh?
You playing upstairs or on the?
He said the shelter.
the main-
So downstairs.
No, it's in
No. It's,
But he gonna be in the main floor. He in St. Andrews.
They in St. Andrews.
So
Yeah,
they called the
he-
shelter up
The
there.
shelter in the basement.
It was a shelter at
The shelter
first.
at the
and
basement.
they
They
moved it
upgraded
to
us.
Moved
Yeah.
upstairs.
They moved
Oh,
upstairs.
they got moved.
Yeah, they got moved. Yeah.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's where you want to perform.
Yeah, we gonna perform at.
You in the big dog.
You in the
That's
big
what
I
J.
was
Cole
just
was
getting
at.
ready to say, like,
That's the one right
I
there.
know that concert is getting ready to be,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what they moved.
All
They moved to the. They
all
moved into the.
Oh, it's gonna be hot.
they moved
It's
to
gonna
the-
be a dope, good, genuine, sweaty concert.
Yeah,
And it's
love
been
that.
real shit.
There's a
I
lot
like
of people.
that.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
intimate. It's really gonna be
Yeah.
intimate. Like you go,
Come
you
on,
gonna
you
feel
need
the
a shower.
energy from them.
Mhm.
You gonna feel the energy from you. You gotta go, man. You gonna love it. That's all I can
Oh,
say.
okay. Well, I'm with
Yeah.
We had some great times at St. Andrews, so
Yeah.
it's not about us.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Rest
yeah.
rest in peace, Proof. But he used
Oh
to
yeah, just
turn
the
that
burn of
place
that
out.
joint.
You know,
Man.
Proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to turn that place out, man.
Man.
Yeah, you like, and I think it was a church in its day.
Yeah, I think it was. That's why I call it St. Andrews. It used to be a church,
It was in
and they
the
converted.
church in the day.
Yeah,
They
like back,
did.
yeah, like way back.
Wow. And if you go across the street, you can get some nice wings.
Yeah,
About 10
Sweetwater.
steps.
Sweetwater.
Okay. I mean, I'm pescatarian right now.
Okay.
Don't. This is shrimp. This is
Okay. Ah, I told him about to say that says pop.
That's that nigga shit. Boy, you want to pescatarian.
Oh
I know,
man,
right?
yeah. Oh, you was gonna say what's hood? So what else? 'Cause I was cracking the joke about the gentrification because
No,
it has
but-
changed.
And it's something going on in every city that I go to with the black community.
Mhm.
And it's something that I really can't put my finger on. I hate to say shit like this in the news, but it's something that I really can't put my finger on, but it has something to do with not only gentrification,
Mhm.
but population control, wages, what people get paid to go to work. Like when I talk to people as far as what they get paid, and community. And it's a lot of similarities between all these black cities. Like,
Facts.
and I'm trying to put my finger, cause it ain't just gentrification. Like, but I will say this, that's everywhere too.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
every black city, every city that you go to, you talk to black people,
Mhm.
that is the number one thing happening that everybody can agree upon. Like gentrification is happening in
Yeah.
our neighborhoods. They're pushing us out,
Mhm.
right? And they're changing the neighborhood.
Yep.
And they're moving. They're taking and moving away from the suburbs
Mhm.
and moving back to the cities and pushing
Yep.
us out further and further and further and further.
Mhm.
And I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is that going on? Because it was something I was reading, man, that said like all the jobs that the minorities do as far as black people go
Mhm.
will be replaced by AI, artificial
And robots and
intelligence,
stuff like that.
by like what 2030 or 2050 or something like
Mhm.
that. And I think all of us in this room
Mhm.
will still be here, you know, when
Yeah.
that happens. And you know, God willing, you know.
Yeah.
But and so it's something that's happening, just like we're going through this revolution with music and artists and technology. It's a revolution going on right now socially, and
Mhm.
that's kind of why I'm getting ahead of the curve when it comes to talking about money
Yeah.
and what we do with our money,
Mhm.
how we act when we don't have it, how our mindsets are when we do, and then knowing why we here and our relationship to money.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's just something that's really going on. That's real. It's beyond music. It's beyond. It's
Yeah.
beyond everything.
Yeah.
And-
My thing with gentrification, or, you know, if you want to be educated, you're going to swim. You're going to be all right.
Mhm.
But if you go with the flow, you're going to drown.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you just say, I'm just whatever, dog. I'm just
Mhm.
going to go with the flow.
Mhm.
Man, you're going to drown.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to be the one complaining at the end of the day. Why?
Yeah. And the other thing I hate about gentrification in Detroit is, man, we had it all. We had it all. We had a black mayor, had a black city council. We had black everything, but we never owned our buildings downtown. We was renting.
Yeah.
And then everybody get mad. Well, they
How
kicking
was
us
that
out.
city council?
Yeah, city council.
And you know what? And you know,
But back in the day,
and you know
but
what?
to be honest,
as a result, like all my friends, a lot of my friends are like, we always talk about, yo, you should go to Detroit and buy something. But see, here's the thing though, in our culture, we'll all talk about that, and some of us will do it, some of us won't.
Yeah.
And it was talking, it would be a conversation.
Yep.
And where that
Talking.
conversation goes, just be talking. Meanwhile, other people, you know, and I don't want to make it about race, because to me it's not about race. It's about like where your mindset is and all that shit.
Wanting
But-
to be educated.
yeah, exactly. And so these people, when they say, "Hey man, you see all this shit in Detroit?" Like
They
probably-
come and
they
get
go,
it.
"Oh, well, let's get that shit," and they implement a plan to get it.
Yep.
And I think that's for us. The next thing is how we get culturally. And I mean, I don't want to change everybody all at fucking once.
Yeah.
But how can I change a little bit of people to when we get together and we say, "Oh yeah, man, they got shit in Detroit for sale. How can we get this money and get it and really
Yes.
implement it and go and get it?" That's the thing. That's the thing I like about money and respect about it. You can build something in this country if you have money. There are other people in other countries that have money
You
that
can't do
cannot
nothing.
build that shit.
True.
Because their government is like, hell no, you ain't building shit. And we're gonna kill your ass and take all your shit.
Facts.
We talk about gangster and like what's really going on.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, I got a question I want to ask you. How your digital publishing?
Okay.
What, are you involved with that? Like, you got any advice for artists that have music out and get it set up?
My advice to anyone when it comes to anything other than music is talk about music business. Learn the business.
Mm.
What's that book? All you need to know about
The music business. Yeah. It's like when they're 13th or 15th.
Yeah, they have a lot of
It's
stuff.
great.
I'm gonna tell you something.
20th, I think.
Man, my advice is just to really know about that shit. The less you know about it, the less you can monetize. That's what I think. The more you know about music and publishing, everything else outside of music, the more you can monetize. It doesn't necessarily mean that your music is
Because
bad.
everything going indie, I mean, even podcasts.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
you get this many YouTube hits,
Yep.
you gotta be, you know,
Yeah.
ready to capitalize off that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and that's, to me, that's the future of like things. It's like, how do you monetize off of your talent or your
Facts.
skills or whatever in a real way to where it's not a middleman. Cause see, our culture,
Mhm.
we came in with the middleman already there.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we everything we do, it's a middleman. It's not right to the top. You got to go through a system. You have to go through a certain set of checks and balances. Music business, no different.
Yeah.
The more now you have the opportunity though to own your own shit.
Right.
True.
I think
You know?
that's getting eliminated.
Yeah, but
And-
but the thing is though, now you're getting into music business. You can just put out a song, but then there's countless numbers of ways that record labels monetize off of music when it comes out, and I don't think a lot of people go about that. Even people that get admin deals, you know, it's administration deals, and these people literally just get a piece of what you make to go get money for you. Like, if I knew how to do that myself.
So I wouldn't need you, right?
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If you're the artist, you're not about to take the time it takes
To do that, yeah.
You're not about to do that.
That's going with the flow.
That's
Good
the
flow.
other thing is to learn about that shit and go get your money. If you put out
Mhm.
music and people like it, there's a way to monetize off of that shit. It's just we have to be more of the culture that goes out and says, hey man, let's go out and get this money, instead of saying, oh, I made this dope music, I should have so much money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
What's who would you like to do a duet with? Just if you could do it tomorrow, female, woman,
if I could do it.
R&B, male and
Besides Ari, because you already on tour, this guy with somebody else.
It's a chick named Now, her.
I love her. I love her.
Georgia Smith.
Oh yeah, Georgia Smith, dope.
Her kicked in the door. What's her name?
Her?
No, what's her name?
Oh,
Gabby.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Gabby. She kicked in
I don't know her, but
the door.
yeah.
I love
I would
Georgia
love,
Smith.
I would
Oh,
love
man,
to do
she's
something
dope.
with her, man, because she's a musician.
Would you write it?
I don't care who wrote it. I could though. I'll write some shit. I'll write shit for her.
I would want to write that. Being that I know how to write, if I was you,
Yeah.
I would write that.
Yeah, I'll write her something that.
Her and cause she only got like 2 duets.
Yeah.
Her and
Her and
Daniel
Daniel, yeah,
dope,
Daniel C.
dope,
Yeah.
dope.
And there's
dope,
another one
dope.
too. What's the other dude sing? She had to do it with. I can't remember either. You come to me later. But yeah, she's dope. And Georgia Smith, man, her shit dope too, man. I love
Promote
her.
tonight. Where are we?
Tonight we are at St. Andrews
Yes.
Music Hall.
Yes.
Is it a music hall?
Oh man, let Freeze do it, man.
It's actually the St. Andrews
You
Hall.
gonna end up late. He gonna end up
I'm
late.
never late.
Yeah,
He gonna end up at the Silver Dome.
It's formerly the shelter. There you go.
The shelter is
Oh,
downstairs.
so we're not at the shelter.
No, y'all in the
Right.
main
We're
floor.
in St. Andrews.
You
Yeah,
know what?
St.
It's
Andrews
kind of
Hall.
confusing, but it's accurate.
You
Yeah.
told somebody
Yeah.
you was at the shelter or St. Andrews.
They're gonna be like, oh, I know where you at.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it really is St. Andrews. But
Yeah.
yeah, the shelter is downstairs.
Yes,
Right.
on the show is Ron Gilmore,
Yes.
Taylor Janae, Baby Rose, and of course Ari Lennox.
Yep.
And we're gonna be there tonight, and we're gonna turn this shit out.
4
Yes,
artists.
indeed.
Oh yes.
That's a show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's called the Shea Butter Baby Tour.
It's sold out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I just
sold out.
saw that.
I'm the only dude up there, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you only do it.
I'm the only dude up there.
You the Jack Tripper of the show.
Yes.
Jack
Yes.
Tripper.
Coming like a door.
Jack had
Open the door, man.
an apartment full of women. He was the only guy there.
Yes, the
Hers
only dude.
You can handle it.
Yo, yes,
You can
I
handle
love it. Man, I set it off, man. I like burn sage on the stage and shit.
Oh, okay.
I set that shit off.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
That's dope,
Yeah,
man.
I keep it spiritual, you know.
The only guy.
The only.
It's like an orgy tour.
It is an orgy tour. I guess if you want to look. Shea Butter orgy tour.
Oh my God.
I wore it. I wore it tonight.
I love it.
I wore with that shit.
So that's we can we split that.
Yeah. So now we got to do another tour. We call it the Shea Butter orgy tour.
Put my name in fine print
That's a whole
in the
nother-
Clarence Avant section.
That's a whole nother lineup, bro.
Did
It's
you
like-
see the Black Godfather on Netflix?
I didn't see
I
it.
have not seen it yet, but I
Okay.
heard he
About
was
to.
a man.
I've been knew about him.
I did. I know about him too,
I
yeah.
know about him.
Damn, really?
He was like a black Ahmed Erdogan, if you know who that was. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
that
but
is.
yeah. I was taught to know about the nobodies in music. Who was
Who
the
actually
somebody?
who actually doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, you know what? I like being like that too. I would love to be the Godfather figure type that nobody knew.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of humbleness to do that. If you don't give a shit about being on camera, that's the guy to be.
Yeah.
Those are the people to be. The Clives.
Hell
the,
yeah.
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 Or like my man Mike Tedros, who was the executive producer like all Eddie Murphy's films and shit.
Yeah.
He can walk down the street right now. He's a fucking billionaire.
The
And no
Benny
one know who he
Medina,
is.
Benny Medina.
Hell yeah. That's-
I'd rather be
yeah,
that.
I'd rather be that. Hell yeah.
I tell you what.
Hell yeah.
I tell you what. After with my album, the Talking album, you just heard 2 songs. I got it split up into 3 EPs.
Okay.
So this first one coming out is all about money.
Mhm.
One is about love, and the other one's called Resolution.
Okay.
After I put out the resolution part, then I'll be willing to go less camera because I'm talking some real black, what we need to do to get to the next.
Yeah.
And I already can see what's gonna come with that.
Where'd you rock last night?
last night we were in Chicago at the House of Blues.
House of Blues, HOB, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Hey man, Chicago they really like. All right, what you got?
Right, yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
did 2 R&B nations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Yeah.
from 70 years of R&B nation. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
you just went from Curtis Mayfield's bathroom back. I'm talking about backyard.
Right.
To Marvin Gaye's backyard.
Yeah.
To Barry Gordy's. I'm sorry.
Very good, right.
Yeah, you just went from what's
Marvin from DC. I gotta do it.
well, born technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
He was raised in Detroit.
But he was a D-boy. Yeah, he was a
Raised in
D-boy.
Detroit.
Technically, you're right. Because technically, none of the Temptations were born here. They're all born down south.
Sure
Yeah.
were.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I always tell people,
What?
Detroit, Chicago, and Philly shut up after that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I gotta give Memphis a little pub, though, because you know
Memphis got something. Cause
Memphis got
Now,
Stax
with those
Records.
three.
Stax Records was leading up to it.
We
You
got-
got Isaac Hayes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What's my man's name?
Sam and Dave.
Sam and Dave.
They have a gambling hub, Philly.
Oh yeah, I said that. That's what I said.
Yes.
Brother, you gotta put Memphis in it just cause.
Frankie Beverly,
I
Philly.
think Memphis. I mean, I'm from Tennessee.
Right. Yeah, right. That's
But-
my mom from Tennessee, and I went to school in Tennessee, so you know I'm always gonna.
Yeah,
bring
Elvis.
Hey, oh man. hey, the Colonel stole the black music.
I don't care what nobody say. The boy could sing.
Hey, the
I
boy.
don't care what he was not garbage.
No, I ain't never say that.
Yeah, he was not garbage.
But
yeah.
the Colonel stole his music.
We're gonna win this race.
I don't know about that. He said,
Lemonade.
Oh my God.
What y'all know about
Oh,
man.
I mean, he's a great guy, man.
So can I take suggestions? Like, what song should I open up the show with? It got to be something that's
Do you
like-
know the words to if we name everything?
I don't know, but we'll see.
You
I
got
might
any? You know any Aretha?
Ooh, that would be tight.
I know some of it.
If you open it to Aretha, especially, that would be
But
dope.
I mean, it's Aretha though.
I mean,
You
should
know
could
Cruising,
put
Smokey Robinson, the greatest
Yeah.
songwriter in R&B history.
some-
Is he
No.
better than Leon Ware?
Leon Ware don't have he doesn't have the catalog.
Wait a minute, hold up. You know what I'm about to say then? Norman Whitfield.
Norman was bad.
Yeah.
Norman was
he
a bad boy.
he better
I
than
don't
Smokey.
think Norman was from Detroit though. Oh, we just saying period.
Yeah, I was just talking
Yeah.
about in Motown because he was wrote for Motown.
Norman
so-
produced more than he wrote.
Yeah. Well, no, he wrote. He wrote.
Yeah.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Remember, every time
He
I love
wrote
I love that
when they had beards and shit
Yeah.
and when it was fun. But
you know what I'm saying?
well,
I
Norman
love-
did Car Wash, Rolls Royce.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah.
You know what I love though? Now you make this right. You know you want that in there.
Norman did. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
love
Some
him.
vacancy.
Ooh,
Yes,
that's
living
Norman
in
Whitfield.
Yeah,
That's Norman Whitfield.
Yes,
That's Norman Whitfield, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the shit right there. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
banger.
Yeah, but I still say Smokey Robinson's greatest songwriter of all time.
So should I do a Smoking Robin? I don't want to do a Smoking Robin
Cruising.
song. But
D'Angelo killed it. He did kill it.
Yeah, D'Angelo
hey,
did that.
Smoking Robin might be the group, but you ain't supposed to let nobody snap on your song like that. Snapped on his ass.
Yeah.
Jay Dilla's from Detroit.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
to me,
it
I,
did.
I was gonna just try to.
Oh,
but
okay.
people I don't know. I feel like the kids in the crowds, I be doing older songs, they be like, nah, we don't know that shit. So I'm
You
like,
know
I
what?
kind of want to just kind of make a connection.
Ooh,
and like,
Jay Dilla would be tight.
Younger kids and that, they be knowing about that.
They know about the Motown shit though. Motown is timeless. That's one of the things that if you did do Smokey Robinson or Marvin Gaye hit, they gonna know here. Not everywhere,
Ever
but
heard
here
of
they
Butter
know.
Made Chips? Seriously.
Better rate.
No.
It's Detroit brand, chips,
Yeah,
man.
icon.
Detroit brand.
can I get
Yo,
this?
yeah. We might guess, yeah.
Is it time to go?
It is
Let's live about that time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure
go
it
at
is.
7:30.
No, no problem. All right.
Eat out.
Yep, let's
You
go
got
ahead and
50 minutes?
All right.
Brian, I gotta say it was a pleasure to meet you. And how do you know
good.
DJ Ray? Kyle Ray?
Huh?
Was it you who knew DJ? Who?
No.
George.
Yeah, it's Gio.
Yeah,
That was George.
Gio.
I want to thank Ray and George for hooking us
Thank
up.
you,
man.
yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, Gio did it.
This is
Shout
Ray,
out
this
to
is Ray
Gio.
uncle right here.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man, I gotta say thank you for coming through, man. And it was a refreshing and great interview. Learning a little more about you as an artist and
You're
person,
smart.
man. Man, I wish you all the success. I can't wait to hear the talk. You said talking gonna be the EP. It's gonna be talking. No.
It's gonna be a Talking EP. Money.
Money.
It's gonna be one of the.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice, man. I'm gonna put it out at the end of this tour, man.
Okay. All right. I'll be
The
definitely.
Shea Butter Tour.
Shea Butter Orgy Tour.
Right, Gilmore Jr.
That's $1 for me.
Yeah,
Tell them
Cha-ching.
again where they can check your stuff out at.
Oh yeah.
You can check it out everywhere. Just look me up, Ron Gilmore Jr. Okay, I'm on like Spotify,
Yep.
Apple. I'm on every fucking thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Just check me out, Ron Gilmore.
And buy it from the iTunes before iTunes closed. Don't be just downloading shit from Apple
man,
Music.
they about done.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
y'all think's gonna happen?
I don't know. I think something else gonna bring out. They got to bring something else out.
I'm gonna be
They
sick.
got to. They got
That
to.
shit's closing, bro. That means that $9.99 is over.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be sick.
I'm gonna be sick too.
Unless they make Apple Music more like Tidal. I mean, that's still gonna be kind of whack though.
I don't know if y'all ever get the you know when you do a record
Yeah.
and they send you your publishing.
Yeah.
You get the sheet.
Yeah.
To show you
Where
money
it
comes
came from, right?
Boy, I've produced Ville Mentality.
Uh,
And I got a little nice percentage of that song, man. And I look at the plays, bro. It's like 10, 14,
Yeah.
10 million plays.
yeah, and you get
That
like
shit.
4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
I was like, it's millions.
I
though.
told you, right?
It's millions.
God,
Millions.
I
I got
told
a
you.
nice percentage.
Yes.
Millions. And like 4G.
Right.
I really got two. I got two.
Keep working.
Yeah.
You got it. Keep working.
Nah, man. Money ain't gonna be my thing, man. The universe gonna hold
when you
me
get
like
when you get that
For sure.
100%, boy.
But it's still, even with that one,
Oh, I'ma get
way
that money.
streaming is,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like you said, with streaming, I own all my publishing, dog. And like I said, I had 15,000 spins, and that mother can't be like $280. I'm like, what the fuck? 15,000?
I want to take Ron Gilmore. This show is tonight. I
Thank you,
believe
guys.
it's gonna rock.
Yes,
It's
it
gonna be
is.
stupid. It's sold out, so you're not gonna StubHub if you plan on going tonight.
Right. Or trying to sneak in. Y'all know how to sneak us in.
Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Yeah, don't do that.
Just, I mean, get a wristband and we just walk you in.
Ron said it. Looks like Freeze, Jason, and Marty are going to the show.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
walk
want
in
to see
and
Dave
go.
Chappelle tonight.
I want to go see that shit. I love Dave Chappelle.
We out of here. This was great, man. I wish you the best.
Thank you guys for
success,
having
man.
me so much, man.
Man, that was our
You got a
pleasure,
hell of a
man.
mind on you, man. Not a brain. You got a hell of a mind on
Man,
you,
well, in the
man.
future, I would love to come back, you know.
Oh, we
talk
definitely
about-
have you back.
Come on.
We got to. Yeah.
Come on.
Every time I come.
But anytime,
Okay.
you and your good buddy over there come with only 2 boxes, it's gonna be some shit. You know what I'm saying? We can pop out.
I was straight, bro.
No, go ahead, man. We cool. I'm cool with this better man chicks, man. I wish you the best of luck, man.
Thank you,
You're
guys.
great, man. God bless you.
God bless you too, man.
DJ Freeze, Jay Hill, Shop Talk Studios, we over and out. Get y'all ass down to St. Andrews.
Tonight.
Holla.
See ya.
Holla. That was good. I ain't never did no interview like that, man.
Hey, that's what everybody said. They was like, man.
That's what everybody said.
Everybody say that.
No, I
every
literally
time.
have never done like a sit around interview thing. That's fine.
Yeah, that's like when we had Chris Webber on the show. We had a bunch of people on the show, and they say the same thing.